Social bookmarking tools. How one teacher uses Diigo in the classroom.
I use Diigo to keep track of pretty much everything. I do a lot of professional development research myself, and I save links that way, anything having to do with education, technology, anything that's useful for my lesson plans. But then I also save my shopping sites, or I save something that I want to come back and learn about my new puppy or whatever it is. So I use it for just about everything. I have used several bookmarking tools. I started out using Delicious, and I tried that for a while, and then when I found out about Diigo, it had some features that Delicious didn't have at the time, like the highlighting tool and the ability to really save the content, to save a paragraph or to save a chunk of information to come back and look at later. I've also used Portal with students, which just gives a different setup, different feel for younger students where they can just go and find their links. But for myself, Diigo is really my favorite.
Is there anything about Diigo you dislike?
Well, in a school setting, the one thing that I really dislike about it is that we don't have the power to install the little bookmarking tool right into the browser. So it gives extra steps for the students to have to go through to bookmark their sites. So that's the one thing that's really been a problem, at least in the school setting. But using it personally, I don't have anything I dislike. Working with students, I give them step-by-step directions, and I also try to link them to the closest place so that they have to go through the least number of steps before using Diigo. So I've got links to it on my wiki, so they know they can click on it from there, and they know they have access to everything they need. But it is a step-by-step process where they have to get familiar with getting themselves in and getting to the right place.
What are the ages of your students?
I'm going to start using Diigo with 5th graders. Pretty soon they're doing another research project, but so far I've only used it with 4th graders, and that's because I teach a tech academy after school. It's about 2 hours Tuesdays and Thursdays, so about 4 hours a week, and we actually have the time to get into it and to learn step by step what you need to do and to get those passwords and go through the whole process. But in the regular day, I've had trouble incorporating it into the 40 minutes that I get to see a class. This is the Diigo page for Haddonwood's 4th grade Tech Academy, and our students are researching natural disasters, and so they've been using this Diigo page to save all of their links. And some of the links at the top, like Wall Wisher and Pennies for Peace, are links that I put up there for all of them to access. And I gave them information, make sure you use this Pennies for Peace collection form when you put in your data, because we were doing a fundraiser. So some of the links up at the top are the ones that I wanted them to access, but then as you come down, we've got links by each of the students about the volcanoes that they researched or the websites that they found that had great facts about volcanoes. And they've been sure to tag them with volcanoes, games, facts, lava, all different kinds of tags that will help them find their information when they come back. With students in the school setting, I've used Diigo with a group of 4th graders pretty regularly, and we've been researching natural disasters. So they've been directed in exactly what they're supposed to be bookmarking, and they're supposed to be bookmarking things that have to do with natural disasters or have to do with the volcano that they are learning about. So it's very directed. I've told them exactly what I want them to bookmark. And then they're saving it to our group so that other students in the group can access those same bookmarks. Okay, this is our 4th grade Tech Academy page. This is a group of students who've been using Diigo throughout the year for natural disasters. And our main page, we have some links that I've put up there for them to look at, but then they've also gone and researched, right here we've got volcanoes, and so John here has tagged his with volcano and volcanoes, and we talked about how having multiple tags is sometimes useful. And then he just gives some facts. It's an underwater volcano. He tells us the name of it, just some stuff so he can remember and come back to it later. Okay, this one, Kylie tagged a website all about South Sister Charity, which was the volcano that she was researching. And she tagged it with volcanoes and volcano, science, lava, weather, interactive. And then she also gave a note saying if you're looking for the volcano South Sister Charity, this is where you need to look. And then she added, I know Julia needs this website for her volcano, because she knew that Julia would want to come back and look at this one. So she stuck a little note in there for her. The students love using Diigo. They especially like that they're sharing to the group and that they're able to, contribute something to the class discussion, and they love anything where they get their own log on and they get to save their own information. And The nice thing from the teacher's perspective is that Diigo is one of the few tools that doesn't actually have, a discussion tab or some kind of private emailing that the kids can do back and forth. So anything they post is public, and it's part of their link, and it's something that better be educational related and not about, what so-and-so is doing this weekend. So it really forces them to direct their thought process to what the task at hand is all about.
What learning skills does Diigo support?
The first big one is that it is collaborative in nature, so you can take a group of students and they can each find 1 or 2 links, and then you end up with a whole list of resources that the students can come back to. The other thing that I think is important is the tagging aspect, that the students actually have to choose the keywords that apply to those links and use that, just in terms of organization. In the library, organization is a big skill that we teach, just sorting your information and figuring out where it goes, so it actually ties in very well with my curriculum. I also think, just having that little box to put your summary or put your one-line sentence of what this website is for, they have to actually do some website evaluation so they can come back and remember what the website was and why it was good and what information they can get from it.